What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and I'm gonna be breaking down Thiago Santos versus Aleksandar Rakić, man, or Rakic, or whatever how you say the guy's name. But I love Rakić, man. I think he's a legitimate future champion. But yeah, let's look at the stats, man. If we go to the UFC light heavyweight rankings, yeah, Thiago Santos is the number 2 light heavyweight in the world, and Rakić is the number 4. It's a great matchup. That's how it should be. Um, Santos comes in as 21-8, fights out of Brazil, age 37, height 6'2", and reaches 76. So that's something to look at, is age. Rakić is 13-2, fights out of Austria, age 29, height 6'4", and reaches 78. So Rakić does have the reach advantage. He does have a height advantage, and he is younger. That really goes his way. Thiago Santos, though, is a killer, though. We got to give him credit. He has accomplished so much in this division at light heavyweight for the short time he's been in the division. But in terms of his notable wins, a win over, Jan Blachowicz, Jimmy Manuwa. He obviously has a win over Eric Anders. He has a win over Kevin Holland that aged pretty good. I know Holland was his debut. He has a win over Anthony Smith, Jack Hermanson, which looks amazing now. And, yeah, he does have a win over Elias Theodore back in the day. And, yeah, the guy has been in there a lot. But really, the win that really looks good is the Jan Blachowicz win, and he's the current champion. But it's going to be really, really interesting to see how Santos deals with, Rakić. But Santos, he had a really awesome performance against John. I thought he looked really, really good in there. Even though I thought John won the fight, it was a split decision, and then he is coming off a loss to Glover Teixeira, which one I got that one right, baby. I got that one right. I was so happy when that happened. But it's a great fight, man. It's a fucking phenomenal interruption, y'all. This computer tripping. But at the end of the day, like I said, this is a phenomenal fight. But Glover did kind of sun Thiago Santos in there. Even though Thiago had like moments, he did drop him, I think, twice, or he hurt him and then he dropped him. And so he did good, but Thiago just kind of had his way in the grappling. But if we look at Rakić, his most notable wins, you really got to look at, when he really popped on everyone's radar was the win over Jimmy Manuwa. But he does have a win over Devin Clark, Justin Ledet. He does have a loss of Volkan Ozdemir, in my humble opinion. I thought he won that fight. And he does have a win over Anthony Smith. They both have wins over Anthony Smith. Which, it is what it is. But, he has just looked better and better each time I've seen him. He is just always, always improving. What he did to Jimmy Manuwa was fucking rape, and he ended up retiring him. Yeah, he had some trouble with Devin Clark, but Devin Clark was wild, and he, it is what it is. And then he ended up, handling Devin Clark, and he ended up finishing him. But the Volkan Ozdemir performance, that was sensational. What he was able to do in there. The wrestling was, amazing in there. He was able to out-wrestle Volkan. I thought he got clearly robbed, and I thought he won that fight. He was able to out-grapple a guy like Volkan Ozdemir. Volkan is such a hard guy to out-grapple. Guys like DC were able to do it, and that's about it that comes into mind. Mirsha Serkinov didn't really get a chance. He got knocked out too quick. And Volkan out-grappled Dominic Reyes, and Dominic gets all this fucking praise or whatever for being good. And then he fights Anthony Smith, and again, he just dominated in the grappling. And, he was chewing up Smith's lead leg. Like, he's a good boxer, and he has great kickboxing. He's just good everywhere. He's a little measured. He doesn't knock everybody out. But he'll wait. He'll wait for the moment. He's very, if he sees it, he'll go for it. And that's what makes him really good. But, yeah, he dominated Smith. I was so happy when he did that. Oh, my God. He fucking ethered that dude. That was so... And then post-fight, right? No, well, not post-fight. But when after, he gets up and he's just yelling at Smith's face like, yeah, I did it. What are you going to do? And then he's just yelling at the camera, flexing, man. The guy is so fucking built, man. He is so huge. But this is an amazing matchup. Here's what I gotta say though about the matchup when I'm really looking at it. Thiago Santos has a real legitimate chance of winning this fight, though, and I think a lot of people aren't giving him his credit or giving him his due. Thiago, man, the way he strikes, he is a very fast counter striker. Like he used to compete at welterweight. He actually has a loss to Vicente Luque at welterweight. So he's a smaller, kind of slicker light heavyweight. Even though he's big, he knows the speed of what's it called? Of a welterweight. He felt that. He knows the speed of a middleweight. Yeah, he does have some losses at middleweight, but he is a fast striker. And he is super, super explosive, and he's really hard to read. I could really see Rakić getting caught. This looks like fireworks. If Rakić doesn't fight the smart fight and kind of has what happened with him with Devin Clark, he could get caught and get knocked out. I can really, really see that. Thiago's takedown defense isn't bad. Against Jimmy Manuwa, he was able to defend some takedowns. He did really, really good. Against Eric Anders, oh my God, what he was able to do with the elbows, and just stop Eric, basically in the third round, just because he kept beating up his brain too much. He showed some good takedown defense. Rakić, on the other hand, we don't know a lot about his wrestling. One thing I do know, if you go follow him on Instagram, he does train with a lot of good wrestlers at his gym, that are getting him ready. Got him ready for Smith. And he's always getting better. Like, you can just see, he was I think some Olympic training team, for their freestyle, program or whatever. And he was wrestling with those guys, and he was in it with them. He was not shying away. So his wrestling has got so much better. His wrestling against Volkan Ozdemir just really impressed me, and what he's able to do. He is a monster. When he goes for them outside singles and everything. He is a problem, bro. I'm telling y'all, he's a problem. So here's what I can see. I can see Rakić winning on the feet. I really can. But I feel like if Rakić really wants to win, he's going to have to mix it up with Thiago. I think his wrestling against Thiago and his calf kicks and his boxing. His boxing is not very inside heavy. He doesn't like to be in the pocket with guys. He has a really good pullback counter. What he likes to do a lot is be at the outside range and kind of just jab at guys and kind of throw combinations and get out of there. Get out of the heat. Throw the heat and get out of the heat, So that's what he likes to do. And I feel like that will work well for wrestling. For him to just shoot, kind of like how he fought Volkan Ozdemir, and just shoot at the, for the outside single and go for takedowns. I think he'll really take advantage. Thiago, he doesn't have any knees, y'all, and it was really evident in the Glover fight, how he could not stuff a takedown. He's 37. If there ever has been a time to stop Thiago, I think it's right now for Rakić. If Rakić can do what he did to Smith, but he needs to finish. And I think he didn't really go for the ground and pound because Smith is jiu-jitsu and everything. But I feel like a really good way for Rakić to win is, first 2 rounds kind of feel him out, go for takedowns. Third round, apply a really heavy wrestling pressure and get the third round ground and pound. And that's how I see this fight going. I am going third round ground and pound via Rakić. I know I'm shocking some people, but I think Rakić gets this done. No disrespect to Thiago Santos. I talked a lot of good stuff about him. I gave him his credit. He's a killer. But I think Rakić gets this done. I think it's Rakic's time. He's 29. He's reaching his prime. Thiago is out of his prime. And that's just, when you're past 35, it's usually the age when you're out of your prime. That's what they say. So I see Rakić getting this done. I really do. Third round ground and pound. I think he gets it done, and I think we're gonna see a new age of light heavyweight. But at the same time, this kind of does remind me of a little bit of Verdun versus Alexander Gustafsson, right? I remember I was talking to one of my homies, and they're a big Verdun fan. And they were telling me Verdun was rusty against Gustafsson. No, not Gustafsson, against Oleinik, and that's why he lost. And when he fought Gustafsson, he showed how unrusty he was. So he says this might be the same situation where he's gonna be he thinks that's what's gonna happen with Thiago Santos. Thiago Santos is gonna show Aleksandar Rakić that was a rusty version of Thiago that fought Glover, and that's a very big possibility of that happening. And I can see that, but I don't see it. And it could happen, but I think Rakić will get this done, and I think he will get it done via third round ground and pound. I am a big fan of him. I think he's a future champ. I can't wait. I love him, and he's so jacked. But I think he'll get it done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on my Twitter. All those links will be down below in the description. Also, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like the video, dislike it. If you love the video, like it. Also, go click the notification button, and also click all notifications so you get all my notifications and all my videos. And also share the video so we can get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. I love y'all, and goodbye.